Big Jones, the Juggernaut. Welcome back to Unleashed on the Night Shift. I hope everybody out there is having a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us again. So, today I want to jump right into it. We're going to circle back to bodybuilding and training, talk a little bit about this whole bodybuilding aspect. If you guys don't know, June 22nd, I turned 40, physique reveal. I'm going to show you where all this hard work has been going. Hopefully, you know, I won't embarrass myself too bad, because let me tell you something, man. I am definitely having some mixed feelings about doing this because, man, you know, it's just like when I competed in, you know, my first bodybuilding competition. You question everything. I mean, the only saving grace is that, you know what, everybody else on that stage is in their underwear too, you know, and not a, you know what, hey, look, you're not a professional. I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy who wants to be in shape, look good for his wife, because I'm married to a howdy. Or I am a howdy, rather. You know, if you don't know what a howdy is when you see a chick that's like made up, has her hair done, nails done, cute outfit on, and next to her she's rolling with a dude with cargo shorts and flip-flops and his gut hanging over his waistband, and you look at the two of them and say, how do you end up with that badass chick? You know, that's what I am. I'm a howdy, so I'm just trying to keep up, you know. So anyway, but you know what, this whole training segment that I've been doing for y'all's entertainment, coming up on June 22nd when I turn 40 and reveal my physique, you know, it's taught me a lot. You know, when you really dial into training, when you really get into bodybuilding and learn what it really takes, you know what, you finally understand why a lot of these bodybuilders, you know, if you watch the documentaries, the Generation Irons, you know, if you watch these things, you learn that, you know what, a lot of bodybuilders, you know, you see them in these little tiny apartments, you know, unless they're like top tier bodybuilders. They live in tiny apartments by themselves. You know, you look at the Kai Greens, you look at the a lot of the female bodybuilders I've seen, Hel Trevino, you know, they live in these apartments by themselves, and they detach. I don't know if they just do that for their preps or if they do that all the time. But what I know is that, man, trying to do a competition with a family is tough. I mean, it's bad enough if you just have, I mean, not bad, but I mean, if you have a wife or a husband, or, you know, that in itself, or even just a boyfriend or a girlfriend, that in and of itself is going to make it really hard. But then, you know, you add on children and a marriage, you're in a real, like, long-term relationship, man, that person you're with better understand what it takes, man, because you guys are going to be going through it together. I mean, it's hard enough just being in the Navy when you have a spouse and when you have children, you know. I mean, there's been plenty of times where I've been gone on holidays and I've missed birthdays. I damn near missed the birth of my last child. So, you know, there's those sacrifices that you have to make in order to be successful. So, you know, but what I learned on this, you know, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's going to be about 8 weeks, you know, which is, you know, if you're a pro, that's a pretty good prep time for a competition, especially if you keep yourself, you know, in pretty decent shape. But I know me, and I know I need a lot of time to prepare. Even when I was by myself, even when I was just flying solo, I mean, no wife, no kids, no nothing, just all I had, I could go to the gym as many times a day as I wanted, which ended up being like twice a day. Even with all that time and no distractions, I still couldn't put it together. I mean, you know, I looked okay, but I didn't win anything. So, I mean, what does it take to actually win? I mean, without getting into the steroid stuff, I mean, without all that, let's just talk about real work, real blood, sweat, and tears in the gym twice a day, in the morning, in the afternoon, eating right, getting the proper sleep. Man, let me tell you something. Over the time that I've been preparing to do this physique update, I have realized that it would be almost impossible for me to do a prep, to do a real prep for a bodybuilding competition where you actually get up on stage, get tanned, and go and pose in front of those people in a real theater. And the reason for that is because there is just not enough time, especially right now. You know, I'm working night shift. My wife works during the day. So we are literally like ships in the night. We very, very little time to spend together, you know, which is already bad enough. But then you tack on the kids, you know, the kids are getting off the bus, the kids are going to school in the morning, then you got to get them off the bus in the afternoon. You know, I get home from work at maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I got to be up by, 2, maybe 2:30 to get the kids off the bus because my wife is working and she's doing Zoom and doing her appointments. I got to be the one to get the kid off the bus. She can't stop what she's doing to go and get the kids off the bus. That's just how it works. I'm talking maybe, and I don't sleep, during the day very well. I get up maybe 2 or 3 times. I mean, we're talking about maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night. And sleep, people really take for granted how important sleep is if you're going to be a bodybuilder or any kind of strength or fitness athlete. Sleep is so important. I mean, when you're young, when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, I could stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning, get up at 5 a.m. to throw the hammer at 6 and hit a PR. I just didn't need that much sleep. Man, I need sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Man, it is tough. I'm taking melatonin and shots of tequila, and, I heard that wearing a mouth guard at night can help you sleep as well, which actually it does, by the way. If any of you guys have tried that, if you have a mouth guard, you can either get one made by a dentist or you can use like a regular mouthpiece that you mold with the boiling water. That actually works really well. If you sleep with one, it's really good, actually. It helps you sleep. But anyway, there is a very slim chance that I would be able to put that all together. I mean, I would have to really neglect my family more so than now. I mean, right now, I leave in the middle of the day on my days off to go to the gym. I have to be at work at 7. The gym I work out at during the week closes at 6. So I'm leaving at like 2. Get to the gym, work out, and I'd be in the gym for like 3 hours, man. There is seldom a day where I'm in the gym where I don't feel guilty, like, damn, I should be home right now. I'm missing time with the family. I'm in this gym just trying to stay in shape, trying to look a certain way. I should be at home with my wife, spending time, or at the very least, running the defense on the bums. I mean, my God, man, those kids, the inmates are running the asylum. My wife, God bless her, man. She works. She takes care of everybody. I said this on my last podcast. My wife takes care of everybody. She takes care of me. She takes care of the kids. She takes care of the house, everything. She is a Renaissance woman. God bless her, but like I said, there's rarely a time where I don't feel like, damn, I shouldn't be here right now. I should be, or I'm taking too long. I'm in the gym. My workouts could be like anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 hours. If I do cardio, lift, pre and post, all this stuff, man, I don't know. It's just what I've done that works, and it just takes a really long time, especially if I don't have the time, the luxury to go to the gym twice a day. I just don't have time for that, and that's exactly what I would have to do. I don't even know where that time would come from. I mean, I would literally have to get up, go do my cardio, this is how I would like to do it. Get up, go do my cardio, come back, If it's on a work day, I'd probably go back and sleep for another couple hours, get up, maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock, hit the gym and go to work. I mean, I would never see my family. Even if in the best case scenario, if I was working 8 hours a day, getting up at 7 o'clock, going to work, it's still not going to work. It's just, even in that time, I would get a couple hours a day with the kids, but I get a couple hours a day with the kids right now. So how bad would it be if I was really, really dialed into doing a prep? And I know it's going to sound like right now I'm making excuses. Oh, well, and now is, when he doesn't look the way he wants to look, when he reveals his physique, this is why. No, it's really not. I know better than anyone that maintaining physique, bodybuilding, if that's what you want to do, it is a long, slow process. It is so slow. At least for me it is. Maybe some of you genetic freaks out there can put on muscle and burn fat while you're, scarfing down Oreos, but not me, man. It takes so long for my metabolism to turn over to where I can, because right now I'm at a point where I can feel it. If I miss a meal, my body is like, hey, what the fuck? Before when I was like 275, 280, if I don't eat, my body's like, we're good. We could eat, but we're not dying. Now I'm dying. I need to eat. It is so, so bad. If I don't eat regularly, I lose 2-3 pounds if I don't eat regularly. I'm at that point where my metabolism will consume me if I don't feed my body. So And it takes a long time for that to happen. Some of you freaks out there, it just happens all the time. You guys have to work to put on weight. That's what I never understood. I never understood people who say, "Oh, I'm trying to put on weight." And I'm like, oh man, I do not have that problem. I really don't. I mean, it's not quality weight, but if I want to be 300 pounds, I could probably do it in like 3 months. It's true. At where I am right now, which is like mid 240s, if I wanted to be 300 pounds, give me 3-4 months, I will be 300 pounds. It won't be a very clean 300 pounds. I'm not going to look like Phil Heath or Kai Green, but I'll be 300 pounds. I do not have a problem gaining weight. That is certainly not my struggle. But, you know, quality mass. I mean, when you look at the anatomy of a bodybuilder, man, I mean, we're talking about people who can burn fat and build muscle at the same time. I mean, I've heard people use the expression 1% a day. I mean, what I think of when you hear 1% a day, and you guys out there can comment if you want, this is just my take on it. When I hear 1% a day, I'm thinking 0.5% increase in lean muscle mass and 0.5% decrease in body fat. It doesn't sound like a lot. Like if you take, I'll just take, if a person is 200 pounds, whatever 1% of that is, you know, 0.5% up in lean mass, 0.5% down in body fat. That doesn't sound like a lot. If you could do that every day, you would be a freaking animal in like a year, less than a year, maybe in a couple of months. Do the math on that. You would be a freaking beast. But for Joe Schmo like me, 1%, I mean, maybe 1% a month would be pretty good, because I know when I lose weight, I'm losing a little bit of everything. Because right now, I don't think I'm gaining any muscle mass. I think whatever muscle I have, I'm probably hanging on to, which at my age is actually pretty good. I know it sounds like everybody wants to build muscle, build muscle, build muscle, but I've built a lot of muscle, and I've worked out pretty consistently to the point where I don't really have lost. I haven't really lost a lot of muscle. What I have gained is fat. You know, maybe I've gained a little bit of muscle because when I'm heavier, I tend to be lifting really heavy. So I might gain a little bit of muscle here and there. But for the most part, I'm gaining a lot of fat and a lot of water. So that is what I'm really trying to get rid of. Not really to build muscle. I don't really need to build any more muscle. I mean, I'm 6 foot. I'm about 245 pounds. And I really do have a good amount of muscle. I mean, if you look at my physique, I'm not fat. I mean, I'm not shredded, but I'm not fat. You know, I have a pretty good outline. But the problem is that if I don't keep that up, like I need to be doing the cardio, I need to be eating right constantly, or it really will go away in a matter of months. So, you know, and that is a routine that is so difficult. And you really do realize how much your mental state plays into this. Because if you're not keeping it together up here, it all falls apart. You know, there's a hormone that gets released when you get nervous or when you get scared, and it literally makes you blow up. Almost like you're getting ready for impact. I forget what it's called. Don't quiz me on that. But there's a hormone that gets released when you get nervous, and you can see if you've been to a couple of bodybuilding competitions, you'll see some people that are about to go up there, and all of a sudden, you know, they're shredded, they're looking good, they're lean and mean. You look, oh, that guy's gonna crush it. Then they come down off their posing routine, and they've just faded away. It's like they just drank a gallon of water. It's like, whoa, what happened to him? It's that your mind, it's amazing how much your mind controls your body, because that hormone kicks in and you just blur out. It's like you're scared, you're fearful, and it's like your body is just preparing to go into a fight, you know? So your body prepares itself. It gives itself like a buffer because it thinks it's going to go to battle, you know? It's your body trying to protect itself. So, you know, I forget. I don't remember how I got off on the tangent about that. I just have all these thoughts swimming around. But anyway, yeah, man, doing a competition for me, man, and it's so great. I've got so much support at home. My wife, my mom, you know, everybody wants to see us succeed. if you have people in your life who love you, which I hope you do, they would definitely want to see you succeed. But, the reality is, and I don't feel bad about it at all. Like bodybuilding is a great thing that you can do, but you don't have to step on a stage to be a bodybuilder. You could be a bodybuilder in your own right, just like me, or look at Instagram. Instagram is full of wannabe bodybuilders, myself included. I'm not calling anybody out, but it's true. You don't have to answer to anybody but yourself, So if you want to be a bodybuilder, apply the skills, take the, clean up your diet, start training right, get yourself into shape and, get your body to the point where you like what you see when you look in the mirror. It really is all about you. I realize that there are just some things that are more important than stepping on a bodybuilding stage and winning a local regional show that doesn't mean anything. What I remember more about all the bodybuilding competitions that I did was having my family there. Had my wife there. There was one where we went to Vegas and, we did the competition. Then we went and had a great time and ate food and danced. And, we had a great time, That's what I remember more, the competition itself, once you get there, I mean, look, nobody's winning a pro card at these competitions that I'm going to, nobody is, it's all about pride. It's all about having a little fun, and if you're with someone that you care about, then that's really what it should be all about. So I'm not going to be stepping on any bodybuilding stages anytime soon, but I do want to take care of myself and take care of the way I look, and I suggest that all of you out there do that because you definitely don't want to deal with the problems that come with being old and out of shape, because that shit is not cute. So take care of your body, take care of your meat vehicle, respect it, and while you're at it, have a little bit of fun while you're at it, okay? See you later.